Yo, good everybody. What's up, Nicholas, Brevin, Willie, Simon, Tariq, Sam? How's everybody doing? Jeff, Deontay, at work. Tariq, you're always at work and always in the lessons. I like that. What's up, Sean? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna give it a couple minutes here for people to join up real quick. What's up, Taj? Um, But yeah, today we're gonna do our typical Wednesday night charting session. We're gonna go through the watch list from A to Z and see if we have anything decent for tomorrow. So, what's up, Mertz? Snow. Ojal said traveling. It's 5:30 a.m. here. Nice. What's up, Andrew? Um, like I was about to check something real quick. Yeah. All right. Well, we will go ahead and get started here. Got a decent amount of people in here. How'd everybody do today? Good. Nice. Green. Biggest day. Nice. Green, green, green. 7% on the account. 30%. Finally made it. 35%. Quick 1600. There we go. Yeah, stock hours definitely killed it today. Super choppy this week. I don't know about that. So I don't usually trade Apple, but Apple at 214.86 doesn't look bad here. Play that through the 215 break. Go ahead and mark that actually. Recently found out who you are, so let's see how it goes. What's your end goal? The end goal is to show you the setups that I like for tomorrow. Or usually because I'm only trading DMCI, yeah, or SMCI, I would assume, yeah. If you're only trading SMCI, I would say you got a fairly good chance of every day being a choppy day. So might want to broaden out a little bit there. Apple doesn't look bad. Let's see here. What's up, Christian? Young Briss in the chat. Airbnb, really nothing. AMD, let's see. AMD's, honestly, I was gonna say it's coming out of this consolidation zone, but it's really just in a downtrend channel. So probably not a whole lot on there for us, but what's your step-by-step when you chart? You start with the daily, then the 4 hour, then 1 hour. Yeah, just go down in time frames. All right. All right. Do you think NVIDIA will go to 107? We will see. What are the Wednesdays going to look like when free days end? I would assume the same. We started the Wednesday night charting sessions before we started the free days, so. Yeah, probably nothing on AMD here either, just because of that trend. Got Diddy in the chat. Amazon actually does not look bad to either direction. 195 would be cool, but also we've got this little flat bottom forming here at 192.80 as well, so that's cool. For 80, 192.80. Look for flat tops, flat bottoms, plus maybe trend lines. Yes. Do you have to buy the algo when you join stock hours, or does it come with the algo? If you want the algo, that's separate from the membership, but we do have the VIP membership, which has the algo and the chat subscription. All right. ARM, nothing. AVGO. $15.64 doesn't look bad. Not bad, not bad. BA, chop, Baba, also chop. Plus, I do not like trading that stock, so it's not even really worth me charting out an idea on. I do nothing. See. Oh, we already broke that. Okay. I might be interested in 212.50 on coin here. Doesn't look bad. Costco. Nothing. What are the A+ setups you're looking for when you chart? For example, flat top being tested 3+ times while getting out of a consolidation zone. I mean, yeah, that's a good setup. I don't know that there's like an exact A+ setup. There's a lot of setups that I would consider A+ setups. So I mean, what I would like to see is some form of resistance that's been or support that's been tested multiple times over a large time frame, and then we have a smaller time frame setup leading us into that level, approaching that with momentum and help from the market, and that would be an A+ setup. Google, you could look at 184.80. I don't know how interested on that I am, but it is something to look at. What's up, Caesar? I don't know if I already said that or not, but Lulu breaking out of a wedge here. We've got a support at 303.16. I honestly am really not that interested on that. I would be interested once we get down here to like 292.50, but that's not a stock that I really trade. So that would be something I'd throw in the side watch. It does look like a good setup. But just because it's one that I'm not super familiar with trading, I'm probably not going to put it as a main watch. and like up until pre-market tomorrow. If it just looks amazing pre-market, then obviously I'll switch that to a main watch, but for now we can probably put that as a side watch. Meta 51688. Moderna jumped off a cliff. Wow. That's kind of crazy, actually. Unfortunately, there's nothing on that I'm interested in. Let's see. Microsoft, really nothing there that I'm interested in either. That kind of looks just messy to me. And we are at the top of a 1-year uptrend as well, so that's probably not a great sign for us. MU, I'm all good. That earnings today, right? Yeah. I guess we can take a deeper dive into this. Yeah, I mean, sometimes earnings gives us setups that we can look at for a continuation play. On this one, honestly, I'm really not even interested in that. So, when you chart, do you take into consideration pre and post market data on the 1-hour chart? I always look at pre market and post market data. Summer said FedEx. I'll take a look at that. I do know that stock has extremely low volume and the contracts generally have no volume like 99% of the time. So I'll look at it and we can see, but not gonna get my hopes up there. Netflix, I'm good. Nvidia. I'm glad that they haven't completely torched this stock since it split. I will say though, I've not traded it as much recently as I was before the split, so maybe 122.60 here wouldn't be too bad. Leading that into like 121.30 here. Yeah, that's not too bad to the downside. The upside, I'm really not interested, so. This stock probably just needs taken off the watch list. PayPal. Yeah, I'm good on PayPal. Roku, all good on that too. There's really not a whole lot that I'm loving right now. There wasn't really a whole lot that I liked today either, to be honest. So, SMCI's chart is crazy right now. Not even the chart, just like the amount of drawings I have on it. Those are gonna get deleted. Okay. I see a few questions here. I'll get to those in just a second. I just want to take a look at this real quick. It looked better on the larger time frames, but talk about 808.27 here. That would basically just be a continuation play from it breaking today's support. We really didn't get a close below, kind of did, but not actual momentum yet. So we'll see. So I think that I'm gonna pass on whatever Snow has to offer here. And all good on that. Tesla, hopefully Tesla's got something. So Tesla, 198.84. I like that level a lot. I would actually take it at today's high at 197.76, or even just 198 there. So I do like that. I like 198.84 a lot. Okay. And then somebody said FedEx. We'll look at that real quick. Oh, okay. All right. That actually does not look bad. Yeah, I would actually play this high into the next resistance through 300 there. That looks really good, actually. Let's just hope that it has some volume. Let's check today's volume for FedEx. Overall, for the entire day, the 300 calls had 16,000 in volume. That's not bad. Open interest is only 2,700 though, so we'll see. Guess FedEx is making a return on the watch list here. All right. What do you look for in pre-market to keep in your trade idea? I mean, resistances, supports, everything that it has to show. The same thing I'm looking at during the day is what I'm looking at pre-market and post-market. What is the minimum number in volume you would trade? If we're talking about contracts, I would say anything less than 1,000 I really don't want to trade, but in certain cases I would. I don't know. I would say less than 1,000 would be decent to stick away from because the spreads are going to be horrible and stuff like that. Meta approaching 516.90. Break that. I'll watch for a move up following the 4-hour trend. I think that's what I have down here, 516.88. I mean, I'm looking to take it at 516.88, but SMCI, is that a head and shoulders pattern? Kind of, yeah. It's already broken it, so I wasn't necessarily looking at that, but like if you look here, the neckline of it is a little bit crooked. But yes, it is. It is. To an extent. It's not perfect, but most of the time patterns never are. All right, we will go ahead and move on here to the actual trade ideas. Would you look at that to the down or upside? Downside, Sean. All right, so go back to our first thing here. We've got Apple. I'll probably put this in the side watch as well. 1 second here. All right. Starting off with Apple, we'll probably go ahead and put that in the side watch here. Look at that. We already have Apple in the side watch from last week. So 1486. 15. Amazon worthy of going in the main watch section, you guys think? Jordan said never. Okay, well. Okay. All right. Amazon is done. AVGO, I'm actually gonna skip. I'm not putting that on the watch. Unless you guys really love that setup, I can throw it on the side watch, but personally, I'm not even gonna have it on the watch list. There's too many other good setups for me to even mess with looking at that. Is that today's high? No, sorry. Google. I'll throw this on the side watch. These side watches are like pretty simple scalps. They're nothing crazy, but they are quote unquote easy trades that'll get the job done. What's up, Blue? How are you doing? $303.16. Nicholas, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Brevin, or however you say your name. No, they don't. That's why it's on the side watch and not the main watch. Meta, this is going on the main watch. Okay. NVIDIA, we've got 122.59. Doesn't look bad at all. Okay. We already went over Microsoft. I really don't like anything on it. It looks like it's just in a chop zone. I'm actually gonna go ahead and move Amazon down here to the side watch. I can't put Amazon above others that look way better. Okay. And then we have Tesla. Tesla's going up top here. Perfect. Okay. That's actually all I have. We are done extremely early. Netflix to the downside. No. There's nothing for me to play to the downside. Netflix is not a stock to be messing with unless it has like an A plus setup. If it's just like a random intraday setup and there's no like big levels, Netflix is a no-go. MINN. What is this? There's no way. Thoughts on a push back into the fours and a rejection above 4. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. I mean, I can see what you're saying, but also it's a penny stock, so it kind of doesn't really move the same as the stocks that we usually trade. I mean, I can see it. I don't know how confident I'd be on that call there, but Thursday setups have been wild. Yes, they have, Jordan. No SMC, Jose. Oh, I guess I did have that, didn't I? 808.27. I can throw that on there. It's going in the main watch just because of you. There. What color do you want this to be, Jose? You pick. Orange. All right. There. That's good enough. Perfect. How do you determine where to target for profits? How you just did Tesla of targeting 198.84, then 200. So a lot of it is knowing how much realistically the stock can move, first of all. And second of all, having other key levels and other either supports, resistances, whichever side you're looking at. You're going to want to look for other resistances past your level, other supports below your level. So for this, I know that Tesla realistically can make that move from 198 basically to 200. So the level that I'm looking at is the high from today into a bigger, more important key level. And then after that, my next key level, not because of a resistance, but just because it is a psychological level, my next key level is 200. So that's why I am targeting that. Tesla and SMCI is what I'm locked in on. Nice. Do you execute on interactive? I do. First time here, your image is blocking the ticker area. Which ticker and time interval are you looking at for charts? And do you keep extended hours on for charting? So if you look right here, you'll see the name of the stock. It says Tesla. If you look right here, it shows you what time frame I'm on. And do you keep extended hours on for charting? Yes, I do. All right, actually though, this is all I have for tomorrow. We either just got that lesson done really quickly or nah, I mean, it seems like there's a lot here. So I don't know why we're done almost 20 minutes early there, but once you pay for a level 2 on interactive, I honestly don't know what the exact subscription price is. I want to say overall for everything, I want to say it's like it's either 101 or 110. Have you considered Moomoo? I have. I actually am planning on making a Moomoo account, but I don't know that it's going to be my main brokerage personally. I do love the app though on the phone. All right. Well, I guess if we have any like wrapping it up questions, you guys can go ahead and ask those real quick. But if not, we'll go ahead and call it here. Moomoo gives free level 2. Why would we sub to it on interactive? I actually don't. I don't know enough about Moomoo to give you like an in-depth review on their level 2. But let's just say TOS, for example. TOS's level 2 is everything you need is there, but it's kind of just like the bones. Like you don't have much extra like help there. It's just like the bare bones. It's level 2. Versus when you look at interactive, I personally like interactive's level 2 a lot better. So if you are a person who is consistently profitable and willing to pay for better products, then that is why you would sub to it on interactive. Plus, the majority of the time, the more you pay for something, the better you're gonna the better return you're gonna get there. That's not always the case, but with IB, the fees and the commissions and all that stuff is worth it to me to get better fills. So yeah, it just depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for something that's free, then use that. I don't have any problem with it, but yeah. Level 2 trading used to identify areas of high liquidity, which you use more volume now as an indicator. Take a trade like cumulative volume delta. Haven't heard you guys talk much about that. I can't say that I've ever used that as an indicator. I know that what I look at is I'm looking at level 2, I'm looking at time and sales, I'm looking at the overall strength and weakness compared to the market. I'm also looking at volume. I mean, if you're just talking about looking at volume, then I'm looking at that too, but yeah. Do you trade in the money contracts if there's no volume? If there's volume on the in the money contracts, then yeah, I will. I'll trade whatever contracts have volume, as long as they're not like ridiculously cheap. Does running TOS and IB at the same time slow your computer down? No, not if you have enough RAM. What minimum number on open interest will you trade? There's no minimum number on open interest, because sometimes like on FedEx, for example, if you look right here, you can see the open interest for those 300 calls today was only 2,700, but there's still 16,000 in volume. Only thing I'm looking at open interest for is to judge which contracts are going to pick up the most volume the fastest at market open. Have you used vertical high and low volume nodes on the bar charts? I have not. What's the recommended amount of RAM? I have 32 gigabytes personally. I don't think that you need any more than that. I'm fairly confident, once again, the more you have, it's probably better. But I think 32 is actually what is recommended for this, because I'm fairly confident one of the platforms or the other requires, like Nicholas said, a minimum of 16. So if I need a minimum of 16 to run 1, I'd assume that I would need more than 16 to run 2 for sure. So I would just say a safe bet, and also not the most expensive route, is 32 gigabytes. and I don't play video games or anything on my computer, so I don't need a crazy ton of extra stuff on here. Literally, the only thing I use my computer for is trading and streaming. That's it. So it all depends on what works for you. No problem, Jacob. All right, well, I will go ahead and put this up here for you guys that are not in stock hours to screenshot. If you're not in stock hours and you want to be in stock hours, make sure you go to the first link down below and sign up for the free day. The free days are only happening until August, so make sure you take advantage of that while it's there. If you're in stock hours, I'll go ahead and send a screenshot of this to the lessons tab and the stocks chat. But yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your night. We will check in on this stuff in the morning, and we will talk to you then.